in overtime. He's got him! He's got him! Tyreek Hill! Fournette! Touchdown!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another episode. This is episode 8, week 16, Off the Bench podcast. Two very special guests here, Mr. Joe Kliment, and you've already seen him or heard him before, Mr. Tyler Zimmerman.
How are we doing today? Hope everyone had a good holiday.
Yes, hope everyone had a good holiday.
Happy to be
Just
here.
remember, you can submit your questions to the Instagram, the YouTube, or email them in. All right, this is interesting. First show with two guests. I'm excited.
Yep. How we doing?
All right, so start off previous week's games. Thursday night. That was a tough game to watch.
Thursday night, it was a tough
Jags
game to
at
watch.
Jets.
We got the Jags at the Jets.
Yeah. Jags win 19-3. I mean, you know, Zach Wilson was on the chopping block. He looked bad.
Zach Wilson wasn't on the chopping block. He is. He
already
has
got-
been on the chopping block.
Yes.
I don't think you see Zach Wilson in a Jets jersey another game this season.
I don't think so either.
I think you see him in his little hood with on the sidelines
Nope.
sitting next to with the heaters.
Jags absolutely dominated.
They
that
did.
game.
Yeah,
They
Lawrence,
did, and
Lawrence 229 passing yards. He ran in a touchdown. Evan Ingram 7 catches, 113 yards. The Jets put Streveler in.
we did put Streveler in.
You know what? When they put Streveler in, the team looked like they wanted it.
The team looked like
They looked a lot better.
One thing about quarterbacks that haven't had much exposure, and the main thing is nobody knows how to defend against them. Like they're sitting there, they're throwing. There's no film to look over.
Film.
So a quarterback that hasn't had much exposure is usually going to produce in the first one or two games. We've seen it with Mike White 2 years in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Mike White seems to be coming together this year, though, a lot more than last year.
He looks a lot more developed.
He looks a lot more developed and a lot more ready to play. Last year, he just kind of came in to fill in. I think this year he can finish out the season as our QB1.
Right. So now the Jags are first in the AFC South, and what will the Jets do with Zach Wilson? Obviously, he's not going to play next year. Do you trade him?
I think we trade him, or what we should do, or what I think we're going to do. What we should do is definitely... How about both? All right. What we should do is we should trade him while he's still got some trade value. He's young. He's got time to produce. All he's got to do is just get a really good coaching staff, a really good team around him. I think he can produce numbers.
Yeah.
We've seen little flashes of it, but we haven't seen the full thing, the full come around. But I think he can definitely produce a lot better on a different franchise. I think what we're going to do with him, though, is we'll probably keep him on the roster, maybe try him again next year. And if that happens, I don't know how productive that's going to be as far as, a struggling quarterback just doing the same shit over and over again, you know? I think we got to either trade for a quarterback such as even Lamar. I think we can get Lamar in a trade. That's a hot take.
We have a team that's ready to win.
And we have cap room. And that's the thing.
We're in a win now
with
situation.
a respectable coach.
We do.
Salah's a very respectable
I love
coach.
Salah.
I think for Zach, he should be traded to a different team because even it's shown around the league, like with the 49ers, if you have a well put together offense and a good defense with Brock Purdy, you don't need a top tier quarterback to do that.
You just need someone to get the
The
job
49ers
done.
are a good team right now without a top tier quarterback, so Zach Wilson could be one of those guys.
Exactly.
Now, what teams do you think are in contention from? Obviously, I know the Texans, they're taking quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, Texans will take one. Titans are out there, but they did just draft Malik
got
Willis,
Willis.
so he's probably...
Colts?
Colts do need a QB.
Zach
Even
Wilson,
Seattle.
yeah.
Seattle has a well put together offense that they need a QB. Geno's doing good, but I don't think he could be in the long run anything special.
I think something that's can't go overlooked is if we do happen to trade for Lamar, or not even trade for him, wouldn't we?
I think
Is he a free agent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Another team that would need a starting quarterback is the Ravens. And I could see Zach Wilson performing there. I mean, he's got a bunch of young young receivers around him, like a nice core. He's got, who does he have out of the backfield? They got
Dobbins,
Gus
Edwards.
Gus. They've got a good team around them with a solid defense.
Yeah. They have Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. That's a huge target. He hasn't had a real tight end target in New York other than what? C.J. Uzomah, Tyler Conklin.
Yeah, and they're
Maybe if you want to reach, you could say Chris Herndon. But Chris Herndon, you can't overlook that set of hands. The guy's got some gloves on him.
Where's he playing now?
Where's he playing now?
Is he even in the league?
I
don't
think
know if Herndon's in the league anymore.
I think he's stocking shelves at Price Chopper, but I could be mistaken. I walked in, I took a double take, but Chris Herndon, he was I really didn't mind Chris Herndon. I really liked him.
Herndon's a free agent, so your Price Chopper theory might be right.
Well, maybe we should pick him back up.
You never know. All right, we'll talk more about Zach Wilson and the Jets later. Herndon, I didn't expect Herndon to be brought up. All right, then Saturday, you had the 11 games on Christmas Eve. First, Bills at the Bears. Bills win 35-17, outscored Chicago 29-3 in the second half.
And that was expected.
It was. It was. I mean, first half, you didn't know really what was going to happen.
No, there was no direction.
The Bills just really took over.
Oh, yeah.
Dominated that game. Big game on the ground. Singletary with a rushing touchdown. James Cook with a touchdown. And Josh Allen with a touchdown on the ground.
Speaking of that game, Stephon Diggs went absolutely silent with 2 receptions, 26 yards. He was nowhere to be
Not a
found.
good Christmas gift.
No, not a
Diggs
good Christmas
fantasy
gift.
owners.
Yeah,
Not at all.
So the Bills are still atop of the AFC, and the Bears right now have the number 2 overall pick. So we'll see what they do with that. They're not taking quarterback.
Who do you think they take?
they need a
what
receiver.
position? What position do you think they take?
Receiver, I think.
Will they really
I think
take
they got.
reach for a receiver at 2?
I don't think they'll. I mean, what receiver is good enough to go at 2 this year?
I don't know. There's not really a top
There's not.
dog.
I think the Bears trade back here for mid first round pick,
And they could get a lot from
and
number
they can
2
get a
is
lot more.
valuable.
Number 2 is a valuable pick,
Especially and the Hawks.
Yeah, right now we're sitting at 3rd from the Broncos.
Yeah, I think you guys should trade back too. You get a lot from that.
we're
I mean, there's a lot of talent out there in the drafts.
And then Saints at the Browns. Saints win 17-10. Shut out the Browns in the second half. Kamara with a rushing touchdown, and Taysom Hill. He's been scoring touchdowns a lot this year.
Taysom Hill
does it all.
Deshaun also ran in a touchdown. That game was pretty boring.
It was.
Low scoring. I think the over-under was really low.
It was.
That weekend. I think the under clearly hit. Saints, they still have a shot at the NFC South. That division.
That division's.
I don't know what's going to happen. A lot can happen.
It's tricky.
Because right now it's a three-way race. The
Yes.
Bucs are at top. They're a game ahead of the Saints and the Panthers.
Yeah.
We'll get to the Panthers later, but Sam Darnold, he's playing good.
We'll
he's
talk
playing
about it.
good
We'll talk
football.
about it.
I'm
He
so
is.
happy for him.
Better than Zach.
But I'm
lot-
wishing
a
we
lot
kept
better.
Darnold now. Then Texans at the Titans. Texans pull off the upset. Snap their 9-game losing streak. Davis Mills played an okay game. 178 yards and a touchdown and a pick. King Henry came up clutch for those fantasy football owners.
He did.
128 yards and a touchdown.
You gotta love the King.
Malik Willis, 99 yards, 2 picks. That QB situation is looking good.
That's
I think Malik Willis has a lot of upside. I think his
He does.
ceiling's really high. I think they need to just play him. He needs to start just playing.
Mm-hmm.
They had Tannehill in there, in and out for the first however many
Yeah,
weeks.
he's been getting hurt.
They got to start Malik Willis. I think for the Titans, they need to start Malik Willis next year and just see how he does.
Give him time to develop.
Yeah.
A year's not going to make a difference.
So now the Titans fall to second in their division, but they play the Jags in the last game of the year, so that could be a huge game to see who goes to the playoffs. Then Seahawks at the Chiefs. Chiefs win 24-10.
As expected.
Who was warming up without shirts? Was that Metcalf and who else?
Metcalf, I think Penny Hart. Penny Hart was out there.
Yeah.
Goodwin, I think, was out there too.
Clearly didn't work.
No, didn't work, but
On that cold
try
weather.
to intimidate them.
Yeah.
Trying to intimidate Kansas City. I mean, to be
I will say Seattle is pretty jacked though.
that is a buff receiving core,
they have
and
buff
Metcalf is a
you know
big guy.
they are
Yes.
cut, and
Yes.
Metcalf really put him over the top there. But I think that was just a bad intimidation tactic. I don't think it didn't work. Obviously, I mean, let's look at that score.
Yeah,
I mean, Joe's a
24-10.
Seahawks fan. If you guys didn't know,
I am.
sad case, but
Hey, but they're having a better season than a lot of people
Yeah,
thought.
much better season.
and that's a good example of what a different franchise can do to a quarterback. Geno Smith coming into this year, nobody thought he was going to be anything.
No one even thought
Nobody even thought
start, yeah.
They thought Drew Lock was starting in Seattle, but gave Geno the chance, and Geno took that, ran with it. They called him, and he did not call back. He didn't answer.
So Mahomes with 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Geno with a touchdown and a pick. Kenneth Walker 107 rushing yards.
K9.
But the Hawks are still fighting for the wild card.
Yeah,
They're still in.
tight. It's real tight.
It's gonna come down to the last 2 weeks.
This next week's big for Seattle. Should be an easy win.
G-Men at the Vikings. The Vikings win again on another game-winning field goal.
That's
Kirk,
yeah.
Cuzzo, 299 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Kirk Thuggins.
1 to Jettas, 2 to TJ Hawkinson. Fantasy owners are happy.
How about TJ? Yep.
Yep.
Came up big. I think 35.
I'm glad he had a good week this week because
Yes.
that means next couple weeks.
Also, with that Vikings game, Justin Jefferson passed Randy Moss at the Vikings.
He did.
Single.
That's
He
huge.
he did. That is huge.
And it's only his 3rd year in the league?
believe so.
Third year, yeah. Yeah, I believe so.
That's crazy.
He's a dog. I mean, there's not much you can say about him other than he's the best receiver in football right now.
I do think he's number one.
Yep.
I don't even think that's... I mean, it could be a question with...
Him or Vontae.
Him, Devontae, and I was even going to say either Diggs or Tyreek if you really want to broaden the spectrum. You got 4 wide receivers who all know how to play the game. They all know the game inside and out. Jefferson just happens to be the youngest one of them.
Yeah.
And he also happens to be the best one of them. I think he's got a really bright future in this league.
Yeah, so Daniel Jones, 334 yards, touchdown and a pick. Not a bad game from him. Saquon, rushing touchdown. The G-Men are still in the wild card race. Vikings are already in the playoffs. Won their division.
Yeah.
Congrats to them. The Bengals at the Patriots. This game, that was crazy. Right? Bengals are up 22-0 at halftime.
Bengals, Pats,
Pats come back. They have the ball at the 5, and Stevenson fumbles.
Yep. Ramondre.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Burrow's been playing great. 375 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Higgins,
Shiesty.
8 catches, 128 yards and a tutty. Trenton Irwin, where did he come from? 2 touchdowns.
Trenton Irwin. I don't know.
No.
I didn't even hear that name this week at all. What happened? Fill me in.
2 receiving touchdowns for Trent Irwin, Bengals wide receiver.
That's
If they didn't have enough studs already on their receiving
Chase,
core, huh?
Higgins,
Chase,
Boyd.
Higgins,
Now Irwin.
Irwin. Steve's
Then
cousin.
Mac Jones, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns. Bengals clinch the playoffs. Patriots, right now they're out of the wild card. They still have a chance, but
It's gonna be a tight race. I think
It is.
I think the AFC East is gonna be a tighter race than most people expect. I think the Dolphins with the Tua concussion and everything. We'll talk about that.
That's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge for them and it's huge for their future in this year. I think with the Jets and the Patriots both being 7-8, Dolphins being what? What are they? 8-7.
8-7.
It's gonna come down to the wire. I don't see them winning both. I don't see them winning out the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And I see it coming down to one of the Patriots or the Jets in the playoffs.
And how about Mac Jones? Dirty player. He's a
Dirty
dirty player.
I mean, he's known for that. When he
did that
grabbed
last year.
Brian Burns' ankle and twisted it
Yeah.
when he was on the ground,
Yeah.
that just showed sign
Now
of
he
he's a dirty player.
trips up Eli Apple. He's being investigated now.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
we'll see.
even just being on the Patriots just makes him a dirty player.
in general. Yeah.
You can't. Yeah.
So we'll see. He'll probably get fined for that. I doubt they suspend him though. I don't think so.
They're not suspending him.
Not the quarterback.
Not the.
And Lions at the Panthers. Panthers win 37-23. Sammy
Darnold died.
250 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. I haven't seen him run a touchdown since last year when we thought he was going to go off.
No, yeah.
Remember those first 3 games?
We did think he was going to have the year of his
top 5
life.
fantasy quarterback. Then he just dropped off.
Yeah, and I think the big thing for Darnold is staying healthy. You know, he had that run in with mono a couple of years ago, and that killed his his drive and it really did. And I think him just being healthy, he's a solid quarterback in this NFL. He can start on a lot of NFL teams.
Or he's a really great backup.
Really great
I don't want
backup.
to say that now,
Exceptional backup.
but
yeah,
who knows. Then big game on the ground for the Panthers, 165 yards and a touchdown for Foreman. Hubbard with 125 yards. And the Lions, their offense is good, but their defense sucks.
Yeah.
Goff had 3 touchdowns, all to, never heard of this guy before, Shane Zylstra,
There it
their
is.
tight end.
There he is.
5 catches, 26 yards, 3 touchdowns.
I believe Lions' defense is last in the league, right?
I
believe so.
they're
Yep,
ridiculously bad.
32nd.
Yeah,
and
that's terrible.
Total.
and for Shane trying to fill in that the big shoes of the tight end role in Detroit with Hawkinson going.
Yep.
You got to be happy for the guy. I mean,
very happy for him.
he scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You got to fill those big shoes. It's hard to do.
That is.
And
So, Panthers are still in the race for their division. The Lions, they're also in the race for the wild card.
They are.
The Falcons at the Ravens, boring game. Ravens win 17-9. No Lamar, Huntley steps in, 115 yards and a touchdown. Desmond Ridder, not a bad game, 218 passing yards. London, 7 catches, 96 yards, and the Ravens clinch the playoff spot. Falcons are out.
I like Ridder. I like Ridder. I really do. I think he's got a bright future in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I think he. Whenever you see a stat line from a game that has less or the same touchdown to interception ratio, if it's being 0, it's not a bad sign. That's a good sign, especially for a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's got a bright future.
I loved him coming out the draft.
Yeah,
And
I did too.
once he gets some
Me
weapons
too.
around him, I think he could be something
Well,
great.
no Calvin Ridley next year, so that's going to hurt him.
Yeah,
But they'll get Kyle Pitts back.
Kyle
We'll
Pitts,
see what
yeah.
he can really do.
I could go on for a while about Kyle Pitts. I think
Yeah.
he's got the highest ceiling in the league, if not one of the highest ceilings in the league.
He's not being. They don't throw him the ball enough.
They don't throw him the ball enough. They're a run-oriented offense, and I think that needs to change if they want Kyle Pitts to really produce in this league.
Then Commanders at the 49ers. It's Purdy season.
Purdy
This
season.
is
Mr. Irrelevant no
37-20.
more.
234 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Both touchdowns to Kittle. That killed my championship hopes in the playoffs.
Yep, and
That was bad.
it revived mine.
Sizzle's back in the championship
Sizzle's back.
after an abysmal year last year. Coming last.
Horrible year last year.
Comeback manager of the year, man.
Comeback.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Comeback manager.
managers. we got
right.
On the script, we do have Tyler and Jack Zimmerman
it is
down
on the
there.
script. That might have to be
shout out
that.
Jack. It's my boy.
We'll have the league investigate that one.
Yes.
You guys think Brock Purdy's going to keep it up with this type of play?
I think so. I mean,
I think he will.
like we
Two
said,
solid games.
I don't see
we
why
said
not.
before. I mean, the Niners have a good enough team to go to the Super Bowl. Maybe
Best defense in the league as well.
Yeah. So if he plays okay, then
mediocre,
they're going
that's
to
all
win
you
games.
need.
Let's talk long term. How do we feel about Purdy?
I don't know.
I think it's going to be either hit or miss. I think he's either going to come out, if he does get the start next year, I think he's either going to come out of the gate and start firing, or he's going to come out of the gate and he's going to look like a Mike White part 2. You know what I mean? From last year. He's either going to really show out and prove that the 49ers team in general can develop a quarterback,
yes,
or he's going to show the exact opposite, because you can't get much lower than Mr. Irrelevant. He's the last pick in the draft. You can't get any lower than that unless you go undrafted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like he's got this perfect opportunity for him,
right?
And he's got to produce out.
He'll be competing with Trey Lance too.
Yes,
he will.
True, very true.
Then Heineke throws 166 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick, and then Wentz came in the fourth quarter, replaced him, threw a touchdown. Now they don't know who's going to start.
I still like Heineke, but
I do too. But
I think for Terry McLaurin upside, you got to start Heineke.
Yes.
I think they have a connection. They got some chemistry going. I think if the Commanders want to get full use out of Terry McLaurin, Heineke needs to be thrown in the football.
I agree. I agree with that. Then Eagles at the Cowboys. That was the big game everyone was looking for. Shootout. 40-34. Cowboys win. Dak 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, 347 yards.
And that's big for the NFC East.
Yes. And then on the ground game, Zeke got a majority of the carries, 55 yards and a touchdown. And Lamb with a big game, 10 catches, 120 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gardner Minshew did not play bad.
He didn't.
He kept him in the game.
Yep.
He did.
But we've known the capabilities that Gardner Minshew has.
He did that last year, right?
I mean, he did it last year. He's done it before. He's a solid quarterback. There's nothing saying that. I don't think he's a true franchise quarterback. I think he's a great replacement.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
He's
I think
a really good backup.
He can be very productive on pretty much any NFL team he goes to.
So yeah, he throws for 355 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Both touchdowns. Devontae Smith on 8 catches and 113 yards. And the Cowboys defense had 2 picks, 2 fumble recoveries. That's why main reason why they won the game.
Yeah.
Then Sunday night game, Raiders at the Steelers. They retired Franco Harris's number. Rest in peace to him.
Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Steelers get the win. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Ghost.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
man,
Darnold.
That's crazy.
I'm seeing ghosts.
Darnold seeing ghosts. Pickett, 254 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Game winner to George Pickens.
George Pickens.
NFL young boy.
NFL young boy.
I really like him.
I like him a lot.
Dissing him.
He has a lot of potential.
He does. Upside.
I
I mean, he rocks a shiesty like I've never seen before, too.
And Freiermuth, 7 catches, 66 yards. Derek Carr looked bad. 174 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. Both teams, they could still make it to the playoffs.
They can. They both have hopes.
I doubt it. I don't think they're going to make it.
You never know.
They're a long shot. Then 3 games on Sunday, Packers at the Dolphins. Packers 26-20, steal that game. Tua's got another concussion.
That's huge.
That's
huge because
concerning.
That is very
playing the
concerning.
Jets week 18 last week of the season, and who do they have next week? Do you know? Off the top of your head?
Dolphins?
Yeah.
Patriots.
Okay.
So for the Jets playoffs, we got to win out, but we need the Dolphins to beat the Patriots.
Okay, so
the Patriots have to lose 1 game.
So they need to beat the Patriots.
Yes.
Okay, so Dolphins beat the Patriots.
We have to win out.
Chargers.
Patriots have to lose 1, I think. I think that's how it works.
Something like that.
Yes.
It's something. It's a long shot, but it could happen. Mike White comes back on the field and just starts firing. I mean, we got to win out. Which our first game, Seattle. That's going to be an okay game. I think we pull away probably.
We'll get to that one. But for Tua
27,
here, this is his
23.
3rd concussion, right?
I believe it's his 3rd.
Luke Kuechly retired with 3 concussions, didn't he? Did he not?
He did.
Yeah.
For Tua's future, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he should have retired. I think he should have retired after the second. After he started throwing up foreign gang signs and he fell to the floor. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was bad.
That was really.
I was sitting there thinking this guy died.
Right, the first one that was against the Bills, right?
Yeah.
They're calling it a back injury. That was not.
It was not a back injury.
He couldn't walk straight.
No, he didn't even know what week it was.
No. And then against the Bengals, that's when he was throwing up those gang signs. That was scary.
Not sure which gang.
Yeah, no,
not sure which gang, but
some Hawaiian gang probably. Somewhere from back home, but yeah. Next game.
Oh, man. So then Broncos at the Rams, that was...
awful to watch.
If you were not a Russ fan, that was a great game to watch because Russ played terrible.
Great weather in LA, too.
Nathaniel Hackett got fired.
Hackett's fired. He's gone.
Which I think
we all knew it was going to happen. I didn't think they were going to do it this early, though.
No.
I mean, get Hackett out of there. Seriously.
Russ has been good his whole career, so I don't know what happened.
I don't think it's the quarterback, or I don't think it's the coaching situation for Russ. I genuinely think he's just a bad quarterback. I think Pete Carroll is a great coach, though.
I think the coaching in Seattle is showing how good it is.
I really do think Pete Carroll is one of the best coaches to ever coach the game.
So how about Baker? 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, both to Higbee. Cam Akers came out of nowhere, 3 touchdowns. I could have used that earlier in the year for fantasy, but nothing you can do now.
Yeah, no, Cam.
Rams defense had 4 interceptions on the day, 6 sacks. Russ sucks.
Bobby got one off.
Bobby got one. I'm happy for Bobby.
Yeah, How old is Bobby now? What, 45? Oh, that's just his number.
That's his jersey number.
Oh, okay. He's got to be close to collecting AARP, right?
He's close.
Okay.
He's still playing at a high level, though.
I mean, I think his only highlight before that pick was the hit on the fan that was streaking the field.
Yeah. No,
that's the only thing I could think of.
Which Bobby's 32.
That's going to make his huddle highlights.
Bobby's 32.
Yeah, he's 32.
Yep.
Okay.
And Sunday night, Bucks at the Cardinals. Bucks win 19-16 in overtime. Brady, 281 yards, a touchdown, 2 picks, but he didn't look good.
Yeah, I was going to say, for the Bucks, though, I feel like that should have been an easier win for them than
going against
an overtime.
Trace McSorley. Yeah, like, you got to...
And that struggling Cardinals team, that should have been an easier win for them. But
Brady's got to get a new job. I think he's getting up there in age. I mean...
45, like...
I think it's time to call he can still play. The guy can still play. I mean, he lost his wife. His life's probably going to shambles. He can't have a good relationship with his kids.
You think he needs a change of scenery? You think Tampa's not the right place for him right now?
I think he needs a change of scenery as far as NFL team, and I think
he needs a new girl.
That's what I was gonna say. The women's situation too. I think Giselle was holding him back. I think he knew she was making more money than him, and it was just like getting to him, you know.
Yeah, Brady chose football over his wife. I have nothing but respect for him. I guess I don't know.
I mean, at least he came out there and played decent, and he doesn't come out there and play like Matt Ryan. Because if he went out there and played like Matt Ryan, he would have lost his wife, his kids, his money. They would have taken his house.
Yeah. That was another quiet game.
Matt Ryan's bad.
Mike Evans, quiet game.
Mike Evans. How about D-Hop? One catch on 10
overtime.
On 10
was that
targets.
Overtime or
the game went to overtime.
Yeah.
10 targets, he only had 1 catch.
Yeah,
so I don't know if that... I didn't see much of that game. I don't know if it was really on him or... I would think it's on McSorley.
He just got... Yeah.
I mean, I would assume.
Yeah.
It's Trace McSorley.
McSorley. How many... Only 1 interception. I think he had 3 last week, which was...
Yeah. I mean, just because they gave him a TikTok song doesn't mean he's good, though, you know? Throw it on a dime. I ain't even trying,
but I think Cliff Kingsbury's done there.
Yeah, Cliff Bar.
Great ride.
Great ride, yeah. No, let's give him a round of applause. Cliff Kingsbury.
Great ride. Didn't go nowhere. He was frauds last year.
Yeah. Yep, we have positions open at Weiss Markets if you're interested.
They really were frauds last year, too.
They were
undefeated.
They started, 7-0?
Yeah, undefeated for a while, and then...
They lost that game to the Packers on that pick.
They went into the playoffs, though,
as one of the Rams destroyed. They absolutely destroyed them. The shit out of them.
Well, I mean, and this has showed... The Rams have showed us this, too. You can't even base a team on their performance from the year before anymore.
Right.
Like the Rams, who would have thought the Super Bowl champions would have came back this year and had the performance that they've had?
To be fair, they've had injuries.
Yes, that's true. But even before they lost Cup,
and remember, Stafford had that injury coming into the year. I don't know what was it. It was his
shoulder.
It was throwing shoulder.
Shoulder, I believe. Yes.
But I mean, what's the record? How
5?
I know they're 3-10. I think.
Even you just saying 5 first. That's not. It's not a good look. There's a Super Bowl team.
I think they're 5-10.
They're already eliminated from the playoffs, but Baker's turned that team around.
Right?
Well, yeah, and I think the main reason for their like transition to this year is getting rid of Jake Funk. Yeah. I'm so serious. I mean, the dude is a beast in high school.
Hendy's gone too.
Hendy's gone too. Yeah,
key piece of that team.
Yeah, physical player.
But no, with Funk, he set the Maryland high school football touchdown record. I don't know why they're not giving him a shot. Like seriously,
Funk? What's it?
Jake Funk.
Jake Funk.
Yeah, coming out of Maryland. He went to actually the University of Maryland College.
High prospect, right?
High prospect. Yeah, I drafted him in fantasy. And they just don't give him a chance.
When was he drafted? Was he drafted?
He was drafted 4 years ago in the 5th round.
No.
Oh, really?
5th round.
Yeah, 5th round. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
impressive.
he's
I thought
25.
he'd be undrafted, but
Why would you think that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess you're right. He was the
set
all-time
the-
touchdown scorer for Maryland.
For Maryland, yep, all of Maryland. That includes Cobb Island, but that includes all parts of Maryland. I think they just need to give him a shot. He's on the Colts right now, and I mean he's better than Jonathan Taylor, so I don't know why he wouldn't get the start in Indy. But
All right,
let's just go.
Funk.
Funk.
That's a later conversation.
That's for next year.
That's all right. And then Monday night, Chargers at the Colts. Chargers clinch the playoffs. First time in Herbert's career.
Yeah,
We're gonna see him in the playoffs. We'll see what they can do.
Jay Herbo.
With that win, though, the Chargers still don't look like
They,
a
you
dominant
know what
team
they
like
do?
they should be.
You know what they do?
Too
They're a
aggressive,
good
you think?
team. No, I mean their coach. Yeah, they go for it on
They are
fourth down
aggressive.
every single time. But they play down to their opponent's level.
Yes.
They always. That's why they. Well, except for this game.
Yeah.
Except the Colts.
Well,
But
even the whole game, the score is 23, but they played.
Nick Foles, Super Bowl MVP, did start and
Yeah.
threw 3 picks.
See, it's not. Yeah,
I think Herbert had a pick and a fumble as well.
Yes, and then Eckler 2 touchdowns.
Eckler, 2 touchdowns.
I think that put you in the championship.
Yep, that put me in the championship.
By his
for
jersey,
fantasy.
man. And then how about that hit from Derwin?
that was a great hit.
I think that was clean. That looked clean from
He
live. That looked clean live.
Yeah.
I
Live.
I mean,
slow mo. You can see he led with the crown of the helmet a little bit, but I don't think that's his intention.
I mean, even that, like, you gotta let the boys play.
Let him play.
He didn't start throwing up gang signs. He's fine. You know, like if he got up,
Doolin
didn't
got
he
up.
walk up the field?
I think he
Who
did.
was it?
Ali Cox, right?
Ashton Doolin.
Oh, it wasn't that like
Doolin?
Doolin.
Was
It was
it Doolin?
Doolin. Yes.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
being
I'm
physical.
Just being physical. It's just physical football.
Football is a physical.
We know
physical
Derwin James is one of the hardest hitters in the league.
Yes.
Derwin had an
know?
interception, didn't
Did he have a pick?
I don't know.
I believe he did.
I don't know. But he's a good player. That was a good hit.
He's a great player, but he's had a lot of injuries. We haven't been able to see him play a lot, but
True.
yeah.
Derwin did have an interception.
Yes.
Not as many injuries as China Cabinet McCaffrey, but
Which has been hurt this
I think
year.
he's been playing great since he went to San Fran.
Yep.
They're on what? 8?
I think his workload was too much.
He's got them on an 8-game win streak now.
yeah, he was keeping up with the workload for a while, but you can't. It's not a long-term thing.
So I don't know what the Colts are going to do for the future because Matt Ryan sucks.
Yeah, they need a QB.
Foles.
I think they hit the draft with QB intentions. I think that's what they got to do.
Or they trade for
They-
another QB again.
They have Pittman, Alec Pierce,
John Taylor.
JT. They got a decent offense.
Yeah, their defense is.
They just need a QB there, and their defense isn't.
All right, we'll move on to fantasy. So,
There we go.
congrats to all those that made the championship in fantasy football. We got 2 of them sitting right here in the beer league.
In the beer league, we got what do we got?
What are your
Team Derek, Fart, and Henry.
Derek Fart and Henry
Team Daddy Diggs.
Versus Team Daddy Diggs.
That is an exciting matchup.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Because, yeah.
Very exciting
And
matchup.
if you remember, we went at it in week 11 when Tyler was on the podcast that week.
Yes.
We did.
Tyler,
Yeah,
yes.
he got a pretty lucky win that week.
I did
He
pull out
had-
a W. I
he had
mean,
a
I
lot
wouldn't
to
say luck.
Yeah.
Luck is a strong word, but
He had a lot to say about it then.
yeah, and I'm gonna have a lot to say this next week too. I'm gonna have a lot to say this next week after I take the money home.
Ew.
Oh, it's already at my house. That's
2
right.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a 2 week
2 weeks?
championship. Yes.
I'll win in one.
I love the confidence. I love it.
It's honesty.
Yeah,
Dimitri.
Let's talk about the performers.
Next
Let's talk about it.
So Dak 27.98, followed by Goff 25.7, Kirk 24.16, Mahomes 23.76, Burrow 23.5. An honorable mention, Sammy Darnold 21.9.
Wow.
Who thought that would happen? I don't think anyone did.
I knew the kid had it in him.
He hasn't thrown a pick yet in his starts with the Panthers this year.
Yeah.
Then we'll move on to running backs. Cam Akers, shocker, 34.7. Saquon, 27.3. Fournette, 25.2. Connor, 25. Eckler, 23.9. And Foreman, 22.5. And wide receivers, CD at the top, 34. Jetta's 31.3. Devontae Smith, also 31.3.
Dog.
T. Higgins, 26.8. Waddle, 25.3. And then we have we'll talk about 2 different guys. So we have Kendrick Bourne with 24.9. You want to know how much he was projected this week?
Let me guess. 8.7.
6.
3.4.
Whoa.
Wow.
And then another honorable mention, Greg Dortch of the Cardinals,
Dortch.
22.3. How much do you think he was projected?
2.
I'm gonna say Dortch. I'm gonna say 3.4.
0.6.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
Well, Greg just torched. Who'd they play?
The Bucks.
Greg torched up the Bucks.
Greg
I like
torched up
that.
the Bucks. Congrats, Greg. Great
Congrats,
week. Great week
Greg.
for you, Greg.
Yeah, good. If you see this,
I hope you're listening, Greg.
Yeah,
And then
Greg.
tight ends, Hawkinson, 35.9. That really helped Joe. a lot.
TJ really helped me.
Yeah,
there.
Higby
Next
30.4,
week.
Kittle 30, Shane Zylstra of the Lions 3 touchdown catches,
Zylstra,
25.6.
you got to be happy for the kid. I mean, those shoes, he filled big shoes.
He did. Ingram 18.3, and then Kelsey 17.3.
Ingram has come up as one of the top, if not the top receiver on that team. Him and Zay Jones seems like the only.
And then on defense, Rams with 21, Chargers with 20, Steelers 14, the Jags and the Texans, shocker, with 13. Didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Then the kickers, Matt Gay, 19, Brett Maher, 18, Suckup, 15, and Crosby, also 15.
Are you okay?
You all right, choking on that water? All right. You okay?
What are you laughing at?
All right, we'll move on to the news. We talked about Hackett. He's gone. Now, who do you think? Who do they look at for next year? A lot of people are saying Sean Payton.
Sean Payton's out there. Wait, well, actually, no, he's not. Didn't he just... Is he college now or no?
I don't know, but people are saying he's assembling a coaching crew like no other.
You should be able to trade for coaches.
You can.
You can?
I
So you're telling me if
think you can.
So you're telling me
There's only 2 coaches I know that have been traded. There's probably more. Gruden got traded from the Raiders to the Bucs way back when. And then Belichick got traded to the Patriots. I don't know if you knew
What?
that. I think it might have been from the Jets.
Bro,
I think the Jets traded Bill Belichick to the Patriots.
That's something the Jets would do.
That's a very Jets-like move.
Jets-like move, yeah.
I don't know.
You're telling me
If Sean Payton put together a crew and went over to the Broncos, that team could be something good.
I don't know.
that team would be shit.
I think Russ. I think Russ.
So you're telling me no, just calm down, buddy. You're telling me I can go and DM Robert Kraft, right? And I can say, let me get Belichick for a first rounder and a third rounder. You're telling me I can do that?
I think it works.
Or if I'm the Jets GM.
You can trade coaches, but it's very uncommon.
Yeah.
They did that back in the
feel like
day.
you gotta-
Now, no.
Just release them.
You can them, and then you pay another one big money.
Yeah. I mean, if you could
You
trade
give him the bag.
Jeff Saturday.
He's
the only coach.
I don't think he's going to be there next year.
I mean, he's the only coach named Saturday that's won a game on a Saturday. You know what I mean?
Really? Is that
Yes,
so?
he's the only. I mean, he's the only coach ever named Saturday.
Right, but he won to win on a Saturday.
He did win on a Saturday.
That's an ESPN statistic, right?
I don't think Hackett.
I mean, they should do a 30 for 30 on him.
I don't think Hackett should ever get another coaching job, though. Personally, I don't think.
Because he was on the
Pee Wee, maybe like high school football.
He was on the Packers.
Believe it.
Now, here's what I was listening to this, which I found very interesting. Because last year, Rodgers had all of his drama, right? Saying, like, he wants to leave, hates the Packers.
Drama queen.
And then he found Perks. Sorry, go ahead.
I think he found Perks way before that.
Oh, okay.
He's already dealing with that stress from
College.
He was getting sick of them.
Yeah.
So the Broncos, right? Hackett was with the Packers.
Yeah.
So I think what other people have been saying, and I also agree with it, the Broncos hired Hackett in anticipation, thinking that they could also get Rodgers.
I see.
Yeah.
So then they don't get Rodgers. Rodgers stays, and then
They get fleeced.
they get. Now you think about
Like Lack for Eckler, huh?
Oh man, that was terrible.
What?
That was a terrible trade.
I know that was a bad trade.
God.
Lack and Eckler.
Yeah,
that
that-
trade.
That
the
was-
Eckler trade.
What was that? What was that even?
saved my.
What was that even trade?
Let's look at it.
Yeah, let me look at
You
it right
can
now.
pull it
I was
up.
0-4. Then I made the move.
That was-
Since then, I think
That was.
it really turned my season around. I gave him Drake London, Adam Thielen, and James Robinson. And I got Melvin Gordon and Austin Eckler.
I mean, at the time, it
And
probably
I-
didn't look
yes,
that bad.
because Robinson was playing good.
And Eckler was not performing.
Eckler
but
was not
since I
performing.
traded for Eckler, he started putting up 23, 24,
Yeah.
25.
Is he the top fantasy back, or is it McCaffrey?
I think it's Saquon, no?
Eckler's one.
And what's McCaffrey?
McCaffrey's two.
Oh.
So I got the
I thought
two.
Saquon was one for a while.
He was one.
He was, but he
And
started.
then CMC went to.
What's he,
San
4
Fran.
now?
Saquon.
Or is he 3? I know Henry. Let me see.
Saquon's got to be top 5.
Saquon is at 5. yeah.
Saquon's 5.
And then Henry's 4. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Who's 3 then?
3 is.
Who's 3? I'm just trying to think. Is it-
3 would be.
Not that. Is it Dalvin Cook?
Is it Jacobs? Yeah, Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
He's
Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs.
He's having a hell of a year.
Oh
fantasy
my
year.
god.
Hell of a
Great
year.
Not expected either, honestly,
No.
from me either, at least.
Zeke's been having a good year, too.
He started off slow.
Started off slow, but-
Yo, I think
I
he
mean-
always does, though. He always seems
Yeah.
to start off pretty slow.
Week 6 against the Eagles, he carried the ball 13 times for 81 yards. He had a touchdown. Since then, he sat out week 8, 9, and 10 Well, 9 they had a bye. Week 8 he sat out against Chicago. Week 10 against Green Bay.
And that's when Pollard went.
That's when Pollard started going stupid.
Yeah.
And then since then, Zeke's had 2 touchdowns against the Vikings, 1 against the Giants, 1 against the Colts. He's had one all the way down through. He scored every game since. He's had over 15 fantasy points ever since he sat out. He's been having a phenomenal end of the year. I might even start him next week.
Yeah.
I have him in my lineup right now, flex, but we'll see. He's only projected 12.8.
Yeah. All right, we'll move on. So we talked about Tua, another concussion.
Yeah. I think he's gonna.
No, not this year. No way.
No.
No way.
No, I don't think he does. I think he pulls an Andrew Luck and retires early.
Well, for the regular season.
The end of this year. That's a hot take.
Because they're probably gonna make the playoffs.
They won't go.
So do they play him in the playoffs then? I think you have to.
If he's clear, they'll play him in the playoffs.
Okay. I understand.
They might do some bullshit clear just to get him to play.
I understand. I don't think they can do that because they did it twice already this year, and they got away with it until people were questioning them about it. I don't think they put that in jeopardy. I don't even think the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins will make the playoffs at all this year. But I think if they do, I think who's their backup? Teddy
Bridgewater.
I think Bridgewater gets to start.
He's projected to start this week.
I think.
And then they have Skylar Thompson, who the Jets.
They'll play. I think they'll play Bridgewater next to finish out the season, and if they make the playoffs, they'll probably be a first game exit. But I still give the ball to Bridgewater.
Yeah.
So.
Because you want to,
especially with a quarterback that young, you cannot risk his health any
right.
like further. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's what, 24?
He's young.
23.
Yeah.
So it's a hard decision because he's such a dominant quarterback, but I don't know. I don't think you can risk his health like that any more than you already have.
So speaking of quarterbacks and injuries, Mike White just got cleared.
Finally.
He's going to start the rest of the year.
He's went to 15 different doctors.
They said
trying to get cleared.
Zach Wilson went down to 3rd on the depth chart. He's back to sitting out, undressed, in his hoodie.
Good. He should be 4th. He really should be 4th. I think Strev should start over him.
I think they have Flacco at 2nd, which I don't like. I would rather have Streveler.
I like Streveler at 2nd. The only thing is I don't think they can. I don't know how Zach would react to being 4th on the depth chart.
No.
You know what I mean? And that puts Salah in a hard spot, and it's had Salah in a hard spot because say Zach Wilson turns up, starts production goes up, starts playing good, and that wouldn't be a possibility if he puts him at 4th in the depth chart. No way he's gonna want to play.
Right.
No way they're gonna be like, oh, Zach, go in. He's gonna be like, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Like we said earlier, I think Zach Wilson just needs good coaching and a well put together team.
I think he does too.
He could do well.
I think the Jets have a good. I'm not dissing the Jets organization by any means. I think we have a great coach. I think we have a great future ahead of us. Young guys.
I don't like our owners though.
Huh?
I don't like our owners.
Owners?
I think they should sell the team.
I think they should too. Who do we have up there? We have
I don't even know what his name is.
Something Johnson.
Woody Johnson.
Woody.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Woody. And then his brother, him and his brother on the team.
Yeah. But I think
they should have sold the team a long time ago.
Yeah, they should have. New ownership is needed. As far as the Jets quarterback, I know we're getting back into this. The Jets quarterback situation, we have to see a new face next year. Whether it's a trade
who do we go after? Obviously, we should go after Lamar.
If we're going to trade Lamar, we have the 5th.
He's a free agent.
Oh yeah, he's a free agent.
So we have
the 5th highest cap room in the NFL right now.
We have money to sign.
We do have money. We have money to work with. We have players around us. I mean, he's going to want to come to a team where there's a Garrett Wilson. He's going to want to come to the team where there's a Breece Hall. There's a Sauce Gardner on defense, a Quinnen Williams on defense. CJ Mosley in the Pro Bowl. We have what? We have 4 Pro Bowlers and 2 reserves this year. We have
arguably the offensive rookie of the year.
Yes.
Arguably the defensive rookie of the year. That's going to be a close race between.
I think Sauce will win at popularity.
I think so too.
But I think
that's fair. We'll get into that.
We will in a little bit. Yeah.
Real quick, do you guys still have George Fant on that line or no?
We do. Yeah, we have George Fant. He's our right tackle right now.
Yeah.
But think about next year, we get back Elijah Vera-Tucker
and back.
Well, I don't know back then.
Breece, we'll get him back.
Breece was injured, no?
Breece tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ACL.
What was it, Broncos game?
Broncos game. Yeah, he had that long touchdown, and then after that,
he's a dog. He's going to be great next year. I think we also is Robinson on 1 year.
Robinson is in 1 year, but he's a restricted free agent because it was his rookie contract. So
okay. So let's get rid of him.
Do we even need him? Look at Bam. Look at how Bam's playing.
I would honestly like to see.
You got Breece to
Bam to back up Breece, and I
Robinson.
Honestly ship Michael Carter. I think we ship him eventually. I think that's good trade value. I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't if we have Breece, which we're going to pay Brees when it gets to the time.
100%.
We're not going to pay Bam. Unless he starts showing up. But we're not going to have to pay Bam as much. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be like Bam's a very, like, costly player.
He's not a franchise running
When
back.
James Robinson is a costly player, Michael Carter is going to be a little up there in price as well. He is a good player. I think we trade both of them. And
it's Michael. This was his second year.
Second year in the league. Yeah,
So
he's young. Yes, there's a lot of
upside.
upside. A lot of upside for Michael Carter.
A lot of good young running backs in the league right now.
Oh, definitely.
Especially Kenneth Walker.
How about Kenneth Walker, the
K9? He's a
I gotta
he's
give him
good.
respect.
Yes.
He's a great
I like him.
player.
I like him.
He's been struggling. Well, I think just the whole run game in general for Seattle has been struggling
I
recently.
really like Seattle. I really do.
He's
I like
elusive,
the team
an
a lot.
elusive back.
If I really had to pick, like, I'm being serious. If I had to pick an NFC team that, like, I would root for, it'd be Seattle.
The upside there's.
I'll never say that again in front of your face, but
Well, I mean, yeah, I would never pick the Jets to be one of those teams. You know,
see in the, like, he won't even give us, like, a little bit. But it's okay. I mean,
It's all right.
the kid's got some maturing to do. He's a little bit younger. But,
I do like Brees Hall.
yeah.
I think you're a cornerback.
Brees Hall is a dog.
You
I
got a
think.
good corner there.
DJ Reed.
I love DJ
DJ Reed.
He came over from Seattle. He
He's
was good with
locks.
us too.
Yeah, he's lockups. We had the
He has got-
highest rated cornerback duo in the league.
Yep, your cornerback duo is real good.
I think DJ Reed might even be a Pro Bowl reserve. I know Garrett Wilson is.
Is he?
Yeah. Which I thought that was
didn't know that.
I thought that was really cool to see.
Yeah. Good
But-
for him, man.
Yeah.
All right, and then we talked about Jefferson breaking the record, single season receiving record for the Vikings. You all right? Mm-hmm. Passing the GOAT, Randy Moss. He's obviously the top receiver in the league right now.
Who? Jettas?
Jettas.
Oh, Jettas
Yes.
he's arguably top 5 of all time.
Top
I'll go-
five
he's
of all
gonna be.
time.
He's gonna be.
Oh, he's gonna be. You can see that. I don't know about top 5. I can see top 10.
Top 10. All right, we'll give him top 10.
Yeah.
I'm not even that much of a fan of Jettas. I don't like him like
I love Jettis.
I love
I don't-
that back in college. That
Yeah.
LSU team.
Yes.
We
I
go
tend-
like,
Unbelievable.
that arguably the greatest college team of all
See, I didn't
time.
watch him in college. I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch a lot of college football.
I don't
But
I only watched them just because I saw they were smoking every
Yep.
single team. Burrow was putting up crazy
Yep.
numbers.
yeah.
Yeah. But man, I don't know. They had solid players in the league right now. And then we'll look. All right, now we'll look at the playoff picture.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So as of right now, the AFC Bills are at the 1. They got the bye.
Yep.
Then Chiefs 2. They would be playing the Dolphins. Bengals at 3 would be playing the Chargers.
Real quick, out of the Bills, Bengals, and Chiefs, who do you have out of those three from the
See, that's a tough question
the
because
AFC?
the Bengals right now, the Bengals are playing really good right now.
Bengals? Yeah,
They
these
are
past few weeks, they have,
hot.
yes,
The Bengals were
they
playing
are
out of their
hot.
mind.
They're
The thing with the Bengals though is they play hot, but then all of a sudden they could go cold.
right.
Yeah, I mean the Bengals, especially with what's his name?
Irwin.
Oh,
Irwin, yeah,
Irwin
like
coming
that was
up.
huge. Just anytime you get a rookie getting those bomb
he a
games, or
rookie?
not a rookie,
Is he
not a
a-
rookie,
Number
a
16,
no-name,
right? I believe it.
a no-name player. Whenever you see them getting like those big games, it's like it's just good to see. I don't know. I like
more
seeing it.
weapons.
I like
Boyd,
seeing it. More
weapons
weapons
for Burrow. That's all he needs.
Boyd, Higgins, Jamar, Irwin.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Higgins.
I think
especially fantasy wise.
No, I think T's a real good player.
I think managers with him are just
T's a real good player in
well,
general.
I'm not
Here's
stumped in the
Irwin,
head.
right? Wide receiver for the Bengals. I just looked him up right now.
There we go.
He was also in a TV show.
Oh
There
really?
you go. He's a do-it-all.
Wait, was it? Oh, I think Crocodile
The
Hunter.
animal,
right?
yeah, the
Crocodile
animal,
Hunter.
the animal.
Isn't that his cousin?
I don't think
Long
so.
lost? No.
It could be.
But he took a ray right to the chest. No.
It could be.
The Johnny.
Let's see. He went undrafted in 2019.
2019 draft.
Played for the Dolphins.
Okay.
Or Dolphins picked him up, released him. Then he went to the Bengals 2019. He's been with them since. Now he's getting his shot.
Now he's getting a shot.
I'm happy for Irwin.
I'm happy for him too.
I didn't hear about him until this week.
He's a great kid.
He might win comeback player of the century.
I don't know.
He might.
It's a good debate.
That's a reach.
I mean,
Or Gino. Gino's in there too.
Gino is
no,
in there.
I don't.
Although
I really don't know how he come back.
Even being
more
a
than Irvin.
even being a serious
Irwin.
player though, but why is Gino coming back from being a bench player? Like I feel like the award being comeback player of the year should be someone that's actually coming back from like an injury or.
So who would it be this year then?
Death.
Who could you consider CMC?
CMC, yeah, CMC could be one of them. Who do
I don't know
you
who
have?
else there would be.
Yeah, who else?
Who's really coming back from something
Dobbins.
terrible? I mean, I don't know if he's worthy of it.
No, not
not
at
more
all.
than CMC. But I mean, what he got?
I think of any QBs.
Because he got hurt
QBs are
last.
usually the ones
yeah.
that will win the.
Well, Gino.
Yeah.
I mean, who even is there? Not Russ.
Now that I'm thinking
Not
about it,
Russ.
yeah,
Russ is the opposite.
Yeah, Russ is winning the opposite award.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with Russ. He needs to turn it around.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I don't know.
He's got to retire before he loses his wife.
Yeah, man. Then NFC, you got the Eagles with the bye. Vikings 2 seed against the Commanders 7 seed. Niners at 3 against the G-Men at 6. The Bucks at 4 against the Cowboys at 5. If that ends up happening, I think the Cowboys will embarrass them. The Buccaneers are not a good football team right now.
No, they're not. Not at all.
And then, so for the AFC, in the hunt right now, you got really New England, New York, Tennessee, Pittsburgh, and the Raiders, but the Raiders
are
they
nothing.
suck.
Pittsburgh's
I really think the Jets can slip in. I really think I don't think we'll do anything. I don't think we'll do anything.
You guys want to do anything? I don't think you slip in general anyway, but I don't think
I would
you'd be able to do anything.
I would love if they slipped in, but I doubt it. I really doubt
Same
it.
with the Giants. If they happen to get in, I don't think they would do anything.
Yeah,
I don't think so either.
Hate that team.
I mean,
All
where
their
do you
fans.
guys do you guys have any draft picks this year?
Seattle?
Yeah.
They have the Broncos.
I know you guys
Broncos-
I know you guys gave us like 15 first-round picks for Jamal Adams.
Yeah, but we
ended up being probably the biggest bust of Seahawks history.
No,
But you thought he was going to be the next Legion of Boom guy, huh?
Well,
He's the Legion of Bust.
Yeah, but
okay?
we got all those picks back with the Russ trade when we scammed them. So
Yeah,
right now we have the actually
Russ would
third,
have played good for you guys this year.
I think we have the third pick.
Russ would have played really good for you guys this
in
year.
your own pick.
Third and our own pick, which is the 12th, I believe, right now.
Yeah.
Bright future. For
When
the
Jamal
Seahawks.
when
What
Jamal comes
position
back
do you
next
think
year,
you need?
we need defensive line bad, really bad. Jalen Carter's out there willing.
Don't they have no? You guys don't. You guys have
defensive
Puna
line.
Ford, right?
Big Puna bowling ball? He's in there, but we could use another one. We have no pressure on that defense.
No. I mean, that was
Our safeties are good, linebackers are good. Just need that defensive line, maybe an offensive lineman as well.
Or
Now,
do you
obviously the
trade
QB.
back?
Damian
Or do you
Lewis,
trade
you
back
still
and
have
get?
him?
You could get
I've-
two. I think you get 2 first-round picks.
Have you played Madden with Damian Lewis in a while?
Yeah, Damian Lewis, he's a great guy.
Have you played Madden with him recently?
Not recently. I did a long time ago. Though.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's a good block.
Fun fact: me and Joe, you were in it, right?
Yep.
Mims?
Yep. Mims.
We were actually in a Madden franchise with Denzel Mims.
Yep.
And
He's
I used to talk
injury
to Mims
prone,
back then.
I would say.
He's actually.
he's got concussion.
he's
still,
starting to
no?
play good. I
He
mean,
hasn't gotten his shot. I don't think.
Does he have
no,
a concussion right now?
last year he went down for a couple weeks because he had an encounter with bad fish. He ate bad fish, and he was out for a couple years. Yeah, I swear. He lost like 12 pounds. He had to put all that weight back on.
Was that really what it was?
I swear. It was like undercooked haddock or something like that.
Yeah. That sounds familiar. Yeah.
I mean, never a good time with bad fish, no?
No.
Never.
What's he dealing with right now? He just got hurt.
What's he
man.
dealing with right now? Honestly,
Is it
just
concussion?
I think
he's
got
dealing with the
concussed.
concussion and the adversity of the offense. They don't want to see him win.
Well, you guys are struggling at the offense, the wide receiver position.
No,
Garrett Wilson's
no,
good. Garrett
not,
Wilson's good.
we're
Who
not
else?
struggling at wide
Who
receiver.
else?
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore.
He
has
wants out.
upside. He has
No, he doesn't, not
upside.
anymore.
No,
Not anymore.
He wanted to trade, and then Salah changed his mind.
And then he took
Actually, no. Mike White changed his mind.
Mike White.
Mike White
he
changed
was wearing a
his
shirt
mind.
that said Mike White.
If it
on
wasn't for Mike White,
Mike
you
White
guys would
saved
be in
Elijah Moore's
shambles right
Jets
now.
career.
Yeah.
I think.
No, we have Elijah Moore, and then we got Corey Davis still. We have Denzel Mims.
Corey
We
Davis
have
has
Jeff
been
Smith Jr. We have
Braxton Berrios.
Oh, I actually do like Barrios. I really like
Barrios. Yeah,
Barrios.
I don't.
But I think they give him the ball too much. I don't like that.
I don't like it
he's
when
a
they
little
throw.
quick. He's
All
a
right,
little
one
quick
thing I
guy.
don't like is when the game's on the line. That's probably going to be the deciding factor if we're in the playoffs or not. The ball is in Braxton Berrios' hands. He drops it. What was that? The Vikings game?
Yes.
Like, come on.
I don't like
the ball
that.
is in your hands. You're an NFL receiver. You're getting paid millions of dollars.
You gotta catch
a
that.
ball hits you in the hands and you drop it. You can't do that. It was a good ball too. It's not like it got tipped. Anything. It was right in the breadbasket and he dropped it.
Brutal.
Brutal. You didn't even watch the game and you're saying brutal.
I know
Stop.
it's brutal. Just know it's brutal.
It was hard to watch. Really hard to watch.
It's okay though,
It's a
because
shame.
the number 1 rated cornerback in the league's on our team, so I don't really care.
Yeah, we'll debate that.
How about NFC? So in the hunt right now, Seattle,
Yep.
Detroit, Green Bay. I can't believe
Green Bay's worked their way back into
they
it.
could. I don't know.
They have
Could they
an
run the
actual
table?
shot. Yeah, they have an
I think
actual shot.
they could
of
run the
getting in.
table.
I feel like the NFC's
And
packed.
Carolina and New Orleans really only have a shot at their division. That's really
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Is that a bad? Am I wrong for saying that? I said I
What?
feel like the NFC is a stacked conference.
Not bad.
Well,
So you
the
have
whole NFC.
You have 1, 2, 3.
East,
You have 4
forget
teams with 10+ wins. Then
All the
but
division
then-
leaders are over.
Then it's Giants at 8-6-1, Commanders
Frauds.
7-7-1,
Frauds.
Tampa 7-8, Seattle 7-8,
Frauds.
Detroit 7-8, Green Bay 7-8. So
I mean, if you look at the AFC, in the NFC, all the division leaders are over 10 wins.
AFC, you do have, well, except for AFC South with the Jags and the Titans. So you have 4 teams with 10+ wins. Then Chargers 9-6, Dolphins 8-7, Jags 7-8, Patriots 7-8, Jets 7-8, Titans 7-8, Pittsburgh 7-8. So I don't know who do you think, which conference do you think is stronger? That's a tough argument.
It is tough. I think they're both. In previous years, so I feel like last year was the NFC for sure. Mm-hmm. I don't think. I mean, now the AFC. I mean, the best teams in the AFC last year were the Bills and the Chiefs.
I think the AFC has it.
I think the Bengals keep getting better.
Yep.
I think
they're 7-game win streak. They're
Bengals
blazing hot right now.
On fire.
I think as far as the Baltimore division. What is that? The AFC North.
AFC North.
I feel like that's always a toss-up. It's either
it's them or the Bengals.
It's them or the Bengals, yeah. Mm-hmm. And the Browns could be coming up in the next year. You never know.
Yeah.
They gotta. I feel like Deshaun's got to get the rust out. Yeah, he's got to control himself.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's close. But I'm gonna have to go NFC this year at least.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the Eagles, I feel like are what. What do you think they are as far as like power rankings? Top 5?
Do you think they're a Super Bowl team?
They have them at 1 right now.
Do you think they're a Super Bowl team?
I don't know.
I don't think they're a Super Bowl team.
I don't think. I think the Vikings are definitely not.
No,
I don't think
the Vikings. Shout out to Cal are absolute frauds.
Because there's an interesting stat.
Their record is nowhere.
Just about to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
Very off topic.
Picks for next week. Vikings. Right, they have 12 wins this year.
Yeah.
11 of their 12 wins have been by 1 score.
Yes.
So 8 points. That's a touchdown with 2-point conversion or less.
Yeah.
11 out of their 12. That's kind of concerning.
That's very concerning. Yeah.
They could be frauds.
The Vikings are good, but I think they are frauds for their record. I don't think the record's that's just as it should be.
Now, the Cowboys have a great defense. Dak just needs to play. I don't know. Dak's
like kind of the definition of like average, normal, just an average QB.
Yeah. And the Niners, Purdy's just got to keep playing good. They could go to the Super Bowl.
Mediocre with that defense.
Mm-hmm. Defense
weapons around him. CMC, Kittle.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Debo once he gets back.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, real quick.
Yeah.
Should be good.
I got a question.
All right.
It's just the Giants game being on. Just had me thinking. Daniel Jones, future or fluker?
Fluker.
This was the last year of his rookie contract. This is a contract year, so he had the ball out. In the beginning, he was
doing good.
Yeah.
Well, Saquon was playing. Saquon was playing good. DJ was also running a lot, which you gotta respect.
He's got wheels.
Because
he's got 89 speed in Madden.
89. That's up there.
89's a high number. That might be a little generous. Does he?
I'm dead ass. Yeah.
Is it 89 speed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising.
I think even Giants fans know that DJ is not. I don't think the future.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's the future.
Who is that? They don't have a top
Stroud.
Maybe they need to find someone.
They got to trade up for Stroud.
Yeah, we need to trade up for Stroud
or Zach Wilson.
They could take Zach Wilson. I don't think Giants fans will be too happy.
Stay in the same stadium.
Yeah.
Don't have to really move anywhere.
It's not good for him. He needs new scenery.
Yeah, MetLife is not the place for him. Especially that Thursday night game. Did you hear the boos during that game?
Oh, did I hear
that?
That
was bad.
Turf and MetLife.
Did you hear the cheering when Cerveller missed a wide open touchdown and he underthrew Conklin by 20 yards and Conklin ran back and caught it and everyone started cheering just because they completed a pass?
Yeah.
That's sad. That's sad. That's
you know
bad.
what? I think Zach Wilson would have thrown a pick right there.
He probably would have overthrew him. But he had a wide open touchdown. There was nothing but Pater in front of him. He just had to come back and get that ball.
Trevor was getting warm though.
He was.
He's more of a Russian.
He's mobile. He knows how to move.
He is a tank.
He is.
He looked like Josh Allen out there.
That's what I was saying. He looks huge.
He looked like Josh Allen.
Not afraid to get physical.
He's not. No, a lot of quarterbacks slide. He was lowering the shoulder.
Yes.
Yep.
Speaking of Josh Allen, he's such a talented QB. But if you watch him, some of the throws he makes are very concerning.
He's better than you by a mile.
Yeah, so. He's better than all of us, I think.
I wouldn't go.
But he sometimes he just lofts it up, going for Gabe Davis, and there's just defenders everywhere.
Diggs is down there somewhere.
Not in the last game. Diggs was nowhere to be found, actually. He was real quiet in that one.
Who's against the Bears? Like, really, the Bears?
Yeah.
Who on the Bears was locking him up? Who's their
Can
can you name a cornerback on the Bears?
I cannot name the Bears corner.
They have Duggar, Kyle Duggar. They got Jaquan Brisker. They got I don't know. I used to know it, but I don't know who they have playing there now.
Yeah.
Who's that? I know Brisker might be their free safety.
Eddie Jackson is one of their safeties.
Eddie Jackson's their free safety. Never mind.
They
and then their strong
do have
safety
Brisker,
is
number
Brisker
9.
probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's drippy.
And Josh Blackwell, number 39.
Who's their corner?
I think Brisker. And is Blackwell a corner?
What about that one that I said first? Is he even on the roster?
Who did you say?
I forgot. Kyle Duggar.
Duggar. I don't see.
I think he's on a different team.
Yeah,
That might have been my
he
bad.
might be on a different team. All right, moving on.
All right, we'll go to Week 17. This is a big week for a lot of teams.
This is a huge week.
Make or break for the playoffs.
Yes.
Thursday night, Cowboys at the Titans.
Oh,
Titans are on a 5-game losing streak. Cowboys could still technically win. Kyle Duggar, man,
he's on the Patriots.
he is. They could still win the division, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But Derrick Henry against Cowboys defense, that's gonna be very interesting to watch. But
I don't think it's gonna be much of a challenge for Derrick. I think he's gonna blow through them. I feel like they're gonna be on the ground a lot.
I think that's just more of what you're hoping for.
Yeah.
I think Derrick, he might struggle a little bit.
He is questionable this week.
Is he? What was he dealing with?
Yeah, he's questionable for their game on Thursday night. I forgot what happened. His hip. Yeah, hips don't lie. So Henry is he's nursing back this hip.
Who do you have in that one?
I like the Cowboys.
Yep,
They have. I think they
that
have.
one.
I was looking at the spreads earlier.
That's a good point.
Earlier today.
Some of the spreads here.
I think they had the Cowboys 10.5, which is that's a big number.
Is it in Dallas?
It's in Tennessee.
Oh, it's in Tennessee.
Cowboys 10. They changed it to 10.
Okay. I like that spread though. I think the Cowboys should
I do
easily handle the Titans pretty well.
All right, and then Sunday, Cardinals at the Falcons. This game, I don't think it means anything.
That means absolutely nothing.
So I mean,
it's a barn burner.
I don't care about this game honestly.
No,
but
neither do I.
I think the Falcons.
Really, you like the Falcons?
I do, because Colt McCoy's playing, not Trace McSorley.
True, that is true.
Throwing it on a dime.
Well,
I ain't even.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for Arizona, when Kyler's playing, it's a whole different story. Because as far as, and Vegas even writes these into their numbers, but when he's streaming the night before a game,
The COD, yeah.
the production's down.
Yes.
He's just, when he gets on the field, all he's thinking about are UAVs and kill streaks. You know what I mean?
I
You
understand.
can't really focus about football.
Yep.
They do have the Falcons at 3.5-point favorites, that's interesting. The Falcons are at home though.
That is actually very interesting, man.
Lambeau Leap.
Lambeau Leap for Brees. Wow, I missed that.
I did not.
Say goodbye to
Bears at the Lions. This is a big game for the Lions, not for the Bears.
I like the Lions in that one.
I do like the Lions in this one. They do need this win.
Yeah,
Bears have
last
lost.
one.
Bears have lost 8 in a row.
The Bears are pathetic.
They're sitting at the number 2 overall pick. A win doesn't help them.
No.
They want number 2.
Yes. Justin Fields, though, has been playing incredible recently.
Yes, he's been running really well. You know what they have the
One of
over,
the best.
You know what they have the over under
quarterbacks.
for this game? 52.
Wow.
Which is a lot
Well,
of
Lions worst defense in the league.
Yes. How are the Bears?
And I think Lions are one of the top scoring offenses.
They are. They have a great offense.
Yeah.
Defense sucks. Same for the Bears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bears. That
So
should be a
I could
high
see
scoring
it.
game.
I could see
52 is a lot.
it. Yeah. Then Broncos at the Chiefs. They have the Chiefs at 13.5-point favorites.
Broncos. Yeah.
But remember, the last time they played, I mean, Russ did play. He was playing good
Yeah.
up until he got that concussion. Is that concussion maybe the reason why he threw 3 picks against the
Yeah.
Lions?
Do we think he's
Maybe.
Is
he's not?
I
Singing right?
think no.
Is he not
I think because he threw them all in the fourth quarter, right after he got hit. No.
No.
Oh, we're talking about the next.
No, so he got the concussion against the Chiefs.
Then we're talking about the next game.
He sat out.
Oh, okay.
Then they go to LA on Christmas.
And he
Throw
throws
through 3
3 picks.
picks.
That, I
in
mean,
the first 2 of them in the first quarter.
Yes.
Tua's not.
First 2 drives.
Tua doesn't usually throw picks, especially with this last 7-game strip that he's had that he's played outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think it is because of the concussion. You can't really say much against that. You know what I mean?
It could be. But the Chiefs, they're fighting for first.
Yeah,
in the
it's
AFC.
What, a must win, right?
This is a big
For
game.
the-
Yes.
Yeah,
But
so,
the Bills have the head-to-head on them.
Yeah, so Chiefs should be able to.
I think Chiefs win this one.
That should be
Then
easy.
Dolphins at the Patriots. This is a big game for the wild card.
That is a huge.
Both teams contending for the wild card.
Who's going to be the QB for the Dolphins?
Bridgewater. Tua's in concussion protocol right now.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, dirty player.
Patriots.
I don't like them.
Patriots are 2.5 favorites.
They 2.5. That's interesting. They are at home too.
Yep. That should be a close one.
I hate the Patriots.
I hate them too.
I hate the Patriots so much.
Yeah.
But I think the Dolphins can pull this out.
I wish Belichick would just get into a
I think it will be close.
I think the Dolphins can win on the road.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's going to be tough in the cold.
Yep.
And then the Colts at the Giants. I think the Giants win this.
I think
the Colts are a mess.
No, the Giants should win that one. Still, the Giants are still frauds, but they should win.
I need the Colts to win that game. I got a $100 bet with one of my buddies for who has a better record, Jets or Giants.
Forgot about that.
And yeah.
What's the records at right now?
7-8 and 8-6-1.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well, we're not doing better record. We're doing wins.
Okay.
So like the tie doesn't mean anything.
Well, Jets won't be, getting a win this week.
We'll see about that, buddy.
need-
We'll see about that, buddy.
Yeah, we'll get to that game.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, make sure you tell DK Metcalf not to wear a shirt again because it might work. Sauce is gonna break his ankle.
Sauce is dead.
No, it's not.
All right, move on.
All right, then Saints at the Eagles. Saints. They have a chance in the division.
They do, but the Eagles.
Jalen Hurts. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to play.
He won't be back, but I think Minshew's good.
I think Minshew gets the start.
Yeah.
But I like the Saints. I like the Saints to win this one.
You do?
I do, but that's going to be close.
Tyler, what do you have in that one?
Saints Eagles.
Saints Eagles.
I got the Saints.
With
I think.
Minshew. You have
I
Saints
think I'm gonna make a hot take right here.
Right,
I think Taysom Hill. I think Taysom Hill has a hell of a game. I think they use him. Do it all Taysom. Taysom is gonna. I really feel like he's gonna play in a lot of aspects of this game. I think he's gonna catch the ball. I think he's gonna throw the ball. I think he's even gonna run the ball.
Yeah, he will run the ball.
I think the Saints really need to utilize Taysom Hill while they have him. He's 32 years old. He's getting up there in age. Eventually, he's gonna stop producing like he is now. He's not gonna have the same skill set he has, and they just need to use him while they have him because they're paying him the money. Why wouldn't they?
They already paid him?
Yes.
Okay.
So why wouldn't they use him? You know what I mean? It just, I feel like, especially with their quarterback situation, I feel like he can start at quarterback. I feel like he can.
Okay. You think so?
Yes. I think Taysom Hill's an accurate
Do
quarterback.
the Jets go after him, though?
No, he's 32. He's too old.
Yeah.
We need a franchise quarterback that we don't have to worry about. Because when's the last time the Jets haven't worried about who our starting quarterback's going to be?
A long time.
A long time? Joe Broadway, Namath?
It could have been that long.
I don't know.
We've gone through a lot. Well, maybe Sanchez.
Sanchez had a couple years.
Good playoff
He had a
runs,
couple years.
And he dropped off. Who do we have after Sanchez? Did we get Mike Vick? Oh Lord, that was bad.
No, after Sanchez was.
We traded Sanchez to the Eagles.
After Sanchez was Geno for 3 years.
Okay, then we traded Sanchez
To the Eagles
for
in
Mike
2012.
Vick.
We traded for Mike Vick.
We got Mike Vick.
So
yes.
in 2012, that was 2012 then, because our winning season, our last winning season was 2011.
That's when we went to the. Was that the AFC Championship? I think that's when we went. Or no.
No, that was 2010. AFC Championship
Yeah.
was 2010,
We
and
lost
then
this
yeah, and then I remember watching that game.
That
too.
was bad.
We had
I think I cried after the game.
probably me too. We had Sanchez, and then I think we flipped over to Mike Vick for like what, a year,
Yeah. Then.
and then
we drafted Geno.
We drafted Geno, and then it was Fitzpatrick's season.
Yeah. Who was after Fitzmagic?
Darnold.
Did we? Go?
We drafted Darnold, yep, because after Fitzmagic, we drafted Darnold. And then after Darnold was Zach Wilson.
Okay.
And then who's to come?
Mike White.
Mike White.
I don't know.
And then we don't know.
I'll get your guys' thoughts on this real quick. Just got a hot take sent into me.
Okay.
Russ over Tua.
Ooh.
He put it on God.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bold.
That is very bold.
But I see where he's coming from. With Russ has shown he has the talent. I don't know what happened in Denver. I think a lot of it was Hackett, but some of it is on him.
You know what happened in Denver?
And Tua is Tua. Tua does not look good sometimes.
well,
but Tua's also
he has had some head injuries.
Yeah, I don't know if he's all there.
Tua doesn't look good when he's throwing up games, bro. Like, you can't bring that to the league.
No.
You can't do that in the league. You just can't do it. And I think one thing about Russ is the coaching. Like we talked about,
Yeah,
the coaching in Seattle.
Maybe he needs that coaching.
I think the coaching in Seattle was, they knew Russ well enough to know how to make him perform. I don't think Denver knows what it takes for Russell Wilson. I also think he's fallen off big time and needs to retire before he loses his wife.
Well,
and
he
kid.
just signed a big 5-year deal, I think.
Was it 4 or 5?
4 or 5 years.
I don't know, but they gave him the bag.
Well, if you're a Broncos fan, you're gonna have 4 or 5 years of misery because I don't see Russell Wilson doing anything.
This year though, I'd still take Tua over.
Well,
Russ.
he has decent weapons for receivers. Sutton's not bad.
Yep, Sutton.
Who's the running back now? You got rid of
Javonte's out.
He's
when
coming back
Javonte
next
comes
year.
back,
I forgot about
they
that.
do have some injuries there.
Well, they got rid of Melvin Gordon. I don't know why.
I liked Melvin too.
Tavius Murray stepped in. He hasn't been playing too bad.
Nope.
But yeah, maybe next year. Maybe next year, Broncos fans. Then Panthers at the Bucs. Darnold.
To be honest, the Panthers.
I love the Panthers.
Yeah,
It's a test for Darnold.
This is a
like,
big test for Darnold going up against the GOAT. Him against the Patriots is, I mean, was Brady on the Patriots when Darnold? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. For a few
You know what?
years.
I'm gonna go out and say this game. I really like this game. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be an upset game. I got Panthers defeating the Bucks.
I like that too.
Panthers defeating the Bucks
Which Panthers?
in Tampa Bay. I got the score being 24-17.
Panthers are, or the Bucks, I should say, are 3-point favorites in
That's
that one.
interesting. They are at home too.
Yep.
All right, then Browns at the Commanders. Commanders are still fighting for a playoff spot. Browns are out of the playoffs.
It's gonna be a boring game.
Don't know who's going to start for the Commanders though. Heineke or
I
Wentz.
still like
we'll find out
Heineke
later
there.
this week.
I like Heineke there.
I think
this is going to be low scoring.
Who do you
Very
have in that
defensive
one?
game. I like the Browns.
you like the
I
Browns.
like the Browns.
I like Deshaun
I do.
and the Browns.
I don't think it's gonna be low scoring.
No?
Over unders at 40 right now.
I think the
40
overs.
and a half.
I think the over's gonna hit, and we can come back and
Yeah.
check this prediction. But I think the over's gonna hit, and I think Terry McLaurin's gonna have.
You think or you want to?
I think it's more of he wants because he hasn't been.
No, I wasn't even gonna be. I think he's gonna score a touchdown. I think he's gonna get a touchdown. I think he's gonna have like 85 to 90 receiving yards though. But I also think who's gonna have a nice day. I think Deshaun Watson's gonna shake off the rest of the rust.
I hope
And I think
so.
he's gonna have a nice day. I think he's gonna have a nice day.
All right, then Jets at the Seahawks.
there it is.
There it is.
Jets at the Seahawks.
Wow. Big game for both teams.
Both teams.
Mike White's back. Money Mike.
This is
Lockett is questionable.
Lockett's questionable.
Which is-
surgery went well on his finger.
He broke
he's-
it.
Yep, broke. I think index finger. He had some surgery on it.
He's not gonna play if he just had surgery, right?
They said he could be back this week.
That's
It's that
very
1 week, and he
interesting.
could be back this week.
Because that could make or break
And
the
you know
game.
Tyler Lockett rarely misses games, so I think there's a good chance he comes back this week.
I think DJ Reed would know how to guard him though.
DJ Reed isn't going to be guarding much. Jets.
Sauce on Metcalf. That's gonna be.
Let's talk about the Sauce Metcalf matchup.
DK showed real quick. DK showed early in the year that he's Jalen's dad in that one game, caught the touchdown over him. I think DK is going to show that he's Sauce's
Jalen Ramsey.
dad. Yep, Jalen
Ramsey is burnt to post right now.
Yep. Speaking of corners, real quick, Jair Alexander. I don't know what happened to him, but he was such a good corner like 2 years ago. This year though, I haven't heard much about. I haven't been watching him, but I don't know what happened.
Well,
to him.
he just got that pick on Tua.
I did see that,
but that was
but-
after Tua was
Yeah,
concussed.
it was not
So,
even seeing
does
the
it really-
field, right?
does it
So
really
I
count?
don't know what happened
Does it
with
count
him.
really? I don't.
But
think so.
Jets are 1.5 favorites in that one.
So that's gonna be
Yeah.
a close one.
I think going back to the DK and Sauce matchup, I think as far as he's what, 6'1". I know he's 6'1", but if I were to guess weight, I'd be around 195 to 210, around there, whatever. Sauce is standing at 6'3.5" around there. He's got, I don't know, I'm not even gonna guess how much he weighs, doesn't matter. But I think him being taller and DK being what, 6'4"? 6'4".
6'4".
So him being 6'4", it was harder.
It'll be a good matchup,
Ramsey. I
for
think it's
sure.
gonna be a good
It will.
matchup. I think DK's got that speed factor, but Sauce is also fast. Like Sauce,
Seattle will need Tyler Lockett.
I don't know his 40 time.
I
but
agree
to help
with
out
that.
if
Yeah.
DK gets locked out. But at the same time, Tariq Woolen on the other side.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But
Shut down Garrett
I
Wilson.
think I don't know Sauce's 40 time top of my head, but he has like 93 speed in Madden, so I'm just gonna go off that.
DK ran a 4.33 in 40.
Yeah, but DK's got like what, 96 speed in Madden. I'm just going off Madden range just because
It would for sure be a good matchup, but
I think the deep game DK's not gonna have it. I think we're gonna run a lot of zone. We don't run a lot of man.
Don't.
So I think if DK does produce, it's not going to be on coverage snaps. I think we need to wait. I didn't say anything when Sauce was on there.
Yeah.
I think if DK does produce good numbers, I think it's not going to be in coverage snaps, and we can even check those after coverage snaps. But because he's the best corner in coverage snaps right now, as far as everything goes.
I think
You can't even debate that.
I'm obviously biased, but I think Geno will pick apart that defense.
There's Lockett right there.
It should be a close game, but I think Seattle will come out on top on that one. I know you
Score
guys,
prediction. What do you
guys obviously
Score
gonna have the
prediction.
Jets.
Yes.
Oh wait, let's talk about Woolen and Garrett Wilson first. So that's going to be the matchup.
Yeah.
That's another matchup.
It's going to be Woolen Garrett Wilson. I think
Woolen will get an interception in this game. It's a bold prediction, but I think he will. He's a ball hawk.
Mike's only throwing one pick.
That's fine. Mike has how many games has he played this year?
3.
3 or 4.
Only
Three or four.
Only played 3 or 4 games. I think
I mean, still.
he's bound to make a mistake.
He might, and you never know. That's the thing about football is you never know.
The thing with the Jets though is if Garrett Wilson gets shut down, then who's going to step up?
We got Elijah Moore. We can have
Corey Davis.
We got Michael Carter, Bam Knight out of the backfield. Mike White can make moves to C.J. Uzomah, Tyler Conklin. I don't think
going on Mike White.
Yeah.
Will he make moves? Because he got rocked against the Bills.
I think he will.
He got
And you know what the thing is? He got rocked against the Bills. Yeah.
What was his injury? Broken ribs.
Ribs.
Yeah. Is he going to be able to move?
He broke his ribs 2 separate times, 2 separate plays.
I saw there's a few.
And he still wanted to stay in the game. He finished the game.
And he wanted to play.
He said you were going to have to peel him off that field. Mike White's determined. He has a great mindset, and I think he's going to do great things next week.
Because he tried to get cleared. He went to 10 different doctors.
10 different doctors. That's dedication.
Is he 100% though?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or is he just going out there?
No, he's playing.
And even if he isn't 100%, with the way that his mentality is in general, I'm being so serious. He's 100% if he's 100% in his mind. It doesn't matter how he feels. He's not gonna. He really is a dog. Like he sat there and stayed in the game on Matt Stafford level of toughness.
Speaking of dogs, big thing for the Jets, they gotta control the K9. Kenneth Walker in the backfield. If you could get that run defense, the run defense has to step up.
Who do we have on our line?
Quinnen Williams, John Franken-Myers. We got Sheldon Rankins, backup D tackle. We got Jermaine Johnson. We got Bryce Huff, who comes in every once in a while. We got who else at tackle? I don't even know, but when we can drop back a section, we can go to the linebackers.
That's good enough.
We got Quan Alexander. We got Quincy Williams.
CJ
Mosley, a Pro Bowler. Even on the run support, Jordan Whitehead, we've seen him come in making plays everywhere on the field from any angle. He just comes in and just hits the shit out of the guy.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Yeah. That's good and all. But so Seattle offense is based upon the run. So if they could get that run going, then they start throwing and that offense gets moving.
The thing is,
that run gets stopped.
We do have a top 5 run defense in the league.
Yeah, no,
and we have a top,
good.
I would say top 7 defense. If this was a couple weeks ago, I'd say 5 or 6 weeks ago, and you can probably agree with me on this. I could have confidently said we had a top 3 defense in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. I'd say top 5.
I'd
say top 5. I don't know about top 3, but I like top 5.
I like top 5. That's fine. But yeah, the defense is great. We got. I mean, who's your guys' main target? DK.
DK's wide
Kenneth.
Noah Fant. Kenneth Walker.
See, Noah Fant.
Tyler Lockett.
Noah Fant's already taken out of the because usually it's going to be Mosley on him. CJ Mosley.
I think
he's lost 25 pounds. He's faster than ever. He looks great.
It'll be a close game, but I do have Seattle coming out of that one.
All right.
In Seattle with the 12th man as well.
That will be a big factor
yes,
too.
It will.
We'll move on. Vikings at the Packers. Big game for the Packers.
It's a huge game.
They're at home.
It's a huge
Vikings.
Game.
They like playing inside. They're outside now. Cold. It's gonna be cold in Green Bay.
Could struggle.
We talked about the Vikings, how they're frauds.
They are
11 of their 12 wins by 1 score. I think this will be close.
Wait, you said the Vikings are frauds?
I did.
I agree with that.
I stand by it.
I agree with that. Their fan base. I don't know. I just can't.
Yeah, no. If you're a Vikings fan, it makes me mad.
Yeah, but I like the Packers at home.
Yep. I agree with you on that one. I do like the Packers in that one.
And then Rams at the Chargers.
Okay. What's the spread on the Packers game, man? Packers -3.
They have the Packers favored?
Packers are favored.
That's interesting.
I like the Packers there, though.
Vegas knows something.
Yes, they do.
They always know something.
Vegas knows everything. Then Rams at the Chargers. 2 teams playing at their home stadiums.
That could be close, too, because Rams have turned it around.
They have.
And Chargers,
they played down.
Like we were talking about earlier, they played down to their opponent's level.
Baker's been good, but Herbert's been
I love
great.
Herbert.
Herbert's been great.
Yes. Not fantasy-wise, but
so
put up 5.
What's interesting here, because they both play in SoFi.
Adam likes the Packers.
Adam likes the Packers. They both play in SoFi, right? They both call it their home stadium.
Yeah.
Chargers are technically the home team for this game.
Yes.
But do they really have much of a fan base?
No.
I think there's going to be a lot more Rams fans there than Chargers.
Though I think, that's true.
But I do like the Chargers in this game.
I think that'll be a really close one.
I do. And then Sunday night.
Real quick, the spread on that is -6.5. That's
for the Chargers.
Yeah,
that's.
I think that spread's a little.
That's a lot.
Too big for that one.
Maybe Rams +6.5 might be a lock.
That could
Would you
be.
call it a lock?
Maybe throw a teaser in there +6 with some other teams, and that'd be a lock.
I like it. And then Sunday night Steelers at the Ravens. Lamar's questionable, but I don't know if he'll play.
I haven't paid attention to the Ravens all year because
you gotta pay that man.
Yeah, that team's.
The Steelers have low key turned it around. Low key.
You're seeing a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
But they're not. I don't think they make the playoffs this year.
I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
They have a chance, but it's slim.
But I like the Steelers. I don't know. I think the Steelers can take them down. They're riding off their momentum.
Yep. We got next.
And Monday night, this is gonna be the game of the week. Bills
Yes.
at the Bengals.
Yes, Bills-Bengals.
This will be a shootout.
Yes,
I
it will.
think.
I agree. I think especially with the loss of Von Miller, you can't.
That's huge.
It's huge. Like, and people will think, oh, he's just a linebacker. He is a very big part of that defense and any defense that he's going to play on. He's a role model for the team. He's a veteran presence. We've seen what he can do. He's done it on multiple teams. He came from the Broncos, and then he went over to the help me out here. Von Miller.
Von
Miller.
Broncos to the Rams.
Broncos to the Rams. Yeah, the Rams.
Won the bowl last year.
Then
went to the
Rams to the Bills.
Signed the 5-year contract.
And he can show that he
with the
can do
Bills.
it anywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
players like him show that they can do it anywhere. Players like Russ, and yes, I know it's a quarterback, dual linebacker.
Now, what do they have the over-under?
We got over under 49.5.
49.5.
Bills minus 1.5 favorites there.
But I like the Bengals.
I do like the Bengals.
they're-
Bengals
but
are on fire.
7-game win
7-game
streak for the
win
Bengals,
streak.
but the Bills are also on a 6-game win streak.
Bengals at home.
Yes.
That'll be a really
That'll
good,
be a great game to
really good
watch.
Monday night game.
All right, so that wraps up that. Move on. I have some picks of the week.
Okay.
These are mine. You can
Okay.
toss in yours if
Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
like. I have 3 of them. So the first one, Niners against the Raiders. I got the Niners -6. I think
I like that.
I'd like that.
I do like that.
Then Jags versus the Texans. Jags -4.
Mm-hmm.
And then Panthers versus the Bucks. Panthers +3.
I
I don't like
that
that.
too.
I don't like the money line necessarily.
No,
But I think the Panthers can keep it close.
+3 could be a little close. Yeah,
Mhm.
I do like the Panthers there though.
Mhm. You have any picks, Joe?
Let's see. For those games or just any other game?
Any games in general?
I like the Rams Charger games. I like Rams spread there, like we talked about earlier.
Mhm.
I like the Rams spread there.
Sure.
Let's see. Lions and Bears. I also like the Lions spread in that one too. I think spreads. I'd take Lions money line. Spread's a little deep at 5.5,
Mhm.
but I like the Lions in that one as well.
Right. Sizzle, you have any picks? Or are you just gonna?
I do. I'm gonna wing it.
All right.
Wing it.
Let's hear it.
I'll probably throw these in later or close to it. But
Sure.
first game I'm gonna go to is this any sort of picks?
You could literally anything.
Oh wait, real quick. Seahawks money line over the Jets. Obviously.
All right. Yeah. did-
Okay,
shocker,
I'm gonna go.
Shocker,
Yeah.
shocker from Joe.
I'm gonna go Seahawks Jets game. I'm gonna throw for my first. I'm gonna throw a teaser in there. My Jets -6.5.
That's bold.
I like that, and I probably will lock that in later.
That's
right.
missing.
I might ride. Jets
Second-
country, let's ride.
Second pick, we're gonna go. Let's head over to the Patriots Dolphins game. Patriots are favored. I'm gonna go. The spread's 2. I'll take Patriots. Patriots, they're straight up money line against the Dolphins.
Okay.
I like that just because of Teddy Bridgewater. He hasn't really played with their offense much.
Right.
Last pick, I'm gonna do. I mean, you got. I'm gonna go Zeke. Zeke anytime touchdown.
He's scored.
He has.
Every
He's been
single
showing
game
it.
since his injury.
So
I like it.
I'll throw those in a parlay later.
Going back to that Seahawks Jets
Some
game.
pocket change on it.
You guys want to put a bet? We can put a bet on that one.
Yeah. This is
talking?
not gambling advice.
This
but
is no,
It's not gambling
not
at all.
gambling.
Do you want to do a straight up money line? Just
Yeah,
Jet-
no, let's
or
do
do you
who
want-
wins.
Who wins?
Yeah, let's do winner.
All right, so obviously we're on Jets. Obviously you're
Yeah.
on Seahawks. Let's
Yeah.
say you want to do like a 5 each thing, a 10 each thing.
We do 10 each.
10 each.
That's
I'm fine with
20.
that. 10 each.
It's 20.
Shaking the hand,
We're
shaking
on
the
it.
hand.
Can't see, but we're shook on it.
shook
Also,
on
just
it.
got a message in from Adam Hurst.
All right, let's
He
hear it.
wanted a message for the podcast. He said, Deshaun Watson is still that guy, top 5. He's a lover of Deshaun, and I know that.
Maybe next year.
I think-
All right.
He said next year they win the division over Cincy.
That I don't know about that.
That's bold.
That is very bold.
Old, he does love Deshaun.
I like that.
Deshaun's a good football player.
He's real good. If he played like
I mean,
he did
he's,
with the
Deshaun
Texans,
Watson he's the dual threat kind of guy that you love him on the field and you love him off the field. I mean, this guy's done nothing but good for the community. He's just a great guy in general.
Yep.
He plays good football.
Yep. He's giving.
He's
back.
giving,
Yep.
yeah, and receiving.
And receiving a lot, yeah.
Oh man.
I have to beat it.
All right. So now we only have one question. This is a very broad.
Should we cover the cornerback matchup real quick?
Yes, we can.
Oh yeah, real
Yes,
quick.
we can.
Real quick.
Let's do
Tariq
that.
Woolen versus Sauce Gardner.
Let's do
so
that.
I have a few things written down.
I have a few things to say after too.
we can talk about here.
I'm ready.
All right, so we'll start with
Wow.
Sauce.
Talk about notes.
Sauce
Love
is a
it.
6'3", 201-pound lockdown corner.
Okay.
He has 16 pass deflections, was his first in the league. 2 interceptions, 53 solo tackles, 61 targets with 27 receptions allowed. I think Sauce he's more of like a traditional lockdown corner,
Sure.
and he uses his long arms and physicality to his advantage.
Okay.
Where Woolen's a 6'4", 210-pound ball hawk, so he's a little bit bigger, slightly bigger frame with extreme burst of speed. Ran a 4.26 at the combine. He has 14 passes deflections, which is fourth in the league, tied for fourth. 6 interceptions with the first in the league, and one of them being a pick six.
Right.
2 fumble recoveries, 46 tackles, 55 targets with 31 receptions allowed. So Woolen is more of like a ball hawk style corner. He uses speed to make plays to find the ball. He isn't as physical, but he doesn't necessarily need to be with this type of speed. Obviously, me being a Seahawks fan, I take Woolen over Sauce. But I think a lot of people, being Sauce was his popularity and his number 1 round draft pick. He's probably more of the popular type of
Popularity. I mean,
he has the popularity.
he has his own sauce at Buffalo
He
Wild
does.
Wings.
But Woolen coming out of the 5th round has shown they're both.
Oh, coming out of the 5th round for sure.
Sauce has a dope nickname, Sauce.
Sauce,
Where
yeah.
Look at
Call
Sauce.
Woolen, you call Woolen the
Woolen.
You call Woolen the Woolen.
I mean, coming out of the 5th round, I feel like a 5th round draft pick and a 1st round draft pick, you're going to look at the stats and you're going to see.
But the value from Woolen out of the 5th round is.
Oh, definitely. No, definitely.
I agree.
It was definitely a better grade draft pick
Yeah.
for the Seahawks, I would say.
Yep.
But I think long run, as far as corner goes, you said all the stats, so I'm not even going to go here and say them all again.
Yeah.
But I really think in the long run, Sauce is the better corner.
Well, like I said, Woolen is more of like a Trayvon Diggs, like a ball hawk. He tries to find the ball. He lets up a few more receptions, but he's still.
I mean, Sauce to this day hasn't let up a man coverage touchdown.
Was it man coverage or no? I know he's given up how many touchdowns? Just one.
Not even. It wasn't man coverage.
Was
It
it
was zone.
Was it zone?
Yeah, but he hasn't given up one man coverage touchdown since college. Even at Cincinnati, he didn't.
Right.
He let up 7 receptions his time at Cincinnati. He's
he was
probably.
locked down at
They don't even
Cincy.
throw his way. They don't even throw his way this year. That's the thing is, people like he even came out and said it. I've even went and fact checked it, and it was true. He doesn't get targeted. They don't throw the ball his way. If you look at the receivers that have played Sauce, all you see is very low fantasy numbers, very low targets in general. I don't know. I feel like Woolen gets targeted more, and that's the reason for his overproduction on interceptions. But yeah,
He always finds himself to the ball though with his speed and his vision. He wide receiver to corner too, so he's converted. Once he got to the college level.
Oh, he was a wide receiver in
Yep,
high school.
Yep, wide receiver in high school.
Nice.
Now it's going to be a tight race for defensive rookie of the year.
It is.
I'll give them both credit. They're both
Yeah.
great corners.
Yeah.
They're going to be studs in the future.
Crazy futures for both of them.
Both of them. Yeah.
But I think Sauce has the...
I think
I
Sauce.
think Sauce with the popularity has
He'll win. He'll win the award.
Yeah.
He'll win the award. That doesn't mean that he deserves it any crazy amount more than one.
Yeah.
I think they both deserve the award.
Both in the Pro Bowl.
They're both in the Pro Bowl. Exactly. I don't know.
This week will be fun to watch too. Both of them going at it for the opposite sides.
This might seal the decision for most people. Whatever happens
See
this
how both
week,
of them play.
because they're just gonna watch the game and they're both
Yep.
gonna be playing. So
All right, we'll go on. We only have one question. Very broad.
Very broad.
You can go a lot of ways with this. Who do you think are the top 3 offensive players in the NFL? And who do you think the top 3 defensive players are in the NFL currently right now? Very broad question. If one of you would like to go first.
I'll go first.
Sure.
So we're doing top 3 offense, top 3
offense,
defense, correct?
yes.
All right, top 3 offense. I'm gonna start off with you can't even argue this. Nobody can. He's gonna be in all 3 of yours. Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
He's
I agree.
the best quarterback this year. He's the best quarterback last year. He's the best quarterback before that. He was just it's Patrick Mahomes. There's not much I can really say. Number 2, I'm gonna go Stephon Diggs.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go Stephon Diggs, and this is not from just this. Is this just this year?
Currently, right now. Yes.
Okay, I'm still going to go Diggs. And numbers might say difference because he's had an off week or two, but he's still one of the most deadliest route runners in the game. He's still one of the most consistent pair of hands in the game. You know what I mean? There's not much you can say about Stephon Diggs unless it's a good thing. And that's coming from a Jets fan talking about a Bills player, so that's non-biased at all. My third offensive player, I'm gonna go different here. I could just say Josh Allen. I could just say Justin Jefferson. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say Travis Kelce. And that's something that I've been thinking about this whole podcast.
Sure.
Travis Kelce is a talent that, I mean, I don't think we've ever seen a receiving talent out of a tight end like that besides Gronk. I'll give it to Gronk, but it's Rob Gronkowski. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be almost disrespectful not to put him at least top 5. I know this is only top 3, but it'd be disrespectful to not put him top 5. But those are my top 3 on offense. We got Patrick Mahomes, Stephon Diggs, Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Defensive side of the ball, let's flip it up a little bit. On defense, Micah Parsons.
Yep. I think
Unmatched. You can't even argue that.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm gonna go. Or this isn't in no order. This is just naming them off. I'm gonna go. This is hard because I've been thinking about a couple names.
It's tough.
It is tough. It is tough. Shit.
Come back to you?
No. I'm gonna go Nick Bosa. Bosa, he always, whenever I'm watching a game, he's always in there. He's always in the pocket. He's always getting the quarterback. He's a great, if not one of the best linemen in the league, defensive interior lineman. I mean, you can look at him as a linebacker. Some people put him, or sometimes he plays at the left outside spot, but he's mainly a lineman. My last pick on defense, I really want to do something biased, but I can't. You know what? I kind of can. Actually, no, I'll do this.
Sauce?
No, I wasn't even going to say Sauce. I was going to say Quinnen Williams. And I don't have the stats in front of me. I don't have the film to prove it. But there's something in that man. He gets in the pot. He is one of the most, he's top 3 most dominant pass rushers in the league right now. He's also very fast. Have you looked at his speed as far as, again, I'm going to go back to the Madden ratings here. For a defensive lineman, 78 speed is crazy. Like, very crazy.
Yeah.
78 speed as a lineman, like, come on, bro. And he's an interior defensive lineman. He's not an end. He's an interior defensive lineman standing at 6'5", 295 pounds. Big boy. He gets in the pocket. He's dominant. He's a Pro Bowler this year. First time Pro Bowler. I really think he is a very dominant, very big pass rush player in this league. And then honorable mentions I'm going to give to Sauce Gardner, obviously. And I was going to give the honorable mention to Quinnen Williams and put this guy in 3rd, but I'll give the other honorable mention to someone that we haven't seen much. He's been hurt, but he's still a very good player in this league. He showed it the other night. Derwin James.
Yes.
I'm going to go Derwin James.
Derwin's real good.
I'm not just throwing out the normal names that you'd think you would hear. These are, I'm thinking about these.
I like that.
Those are my top 6.
I like it.
Yeah.
Joe?
So start with the offense. Mahomes, obviously. I think he's got to be up there.
Yep.
Second, I would take Jay Jettis. I think Jay Jettis is the best receiver in the league, personally.
Yeah.
Meats, I know. I think you had him, so I won't pick him. But CMC, he's honorable mention. He's been unbelievable this year.
Yeah.
But just to be different, Diggs, I like him as well. But Tay, I know he hasn't been as productive, but he's still him.
Yeah,
it's still top 2. I'd probably put him at 2, right behind Jay Jettis. But I do Mahomes, Jay Jettis, and Tay for the 3 offensive. Defensive, Micah Parsons. He's got to be up there. I'll throw Sauce / Woolen in there. I'll put them together.
I like
that. The corners have been unbelievable.
I like that.
Honorable mention J.C. Horn. Nobody talks about him too
I
much.
love that.
I think he just got hurt, but he's been unbelievable as well for the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
And then 3rd, I think Donald's hurt as well, isn't he? Donald, he's been injured. So maybe I'll just take Bosa, like Tyler. Bosa's been dominant. T.J. Watt as well. He's up there, honorable mention.
Yep.
I like that.
I like that too.
All right. I'll start off. Obviously, Mahomes. No question. I'll go Josh Allen.
Yep.
He's leading rusher on the Bills. So he does it all
Yeah,
for them on the offensive end. And then Justin Jefferson, best receiver in the league right now.
Yeah.
He's going to be one of the best, maybe of all time. In the future, we'll see how his career pans out. Then honorable mentions, I did have CMC. He's been playing great since the trade.
Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins.
Yes.
That's a good honorable mention.
Kirk Cousins has been playing better than a lot of people expected. And I have a lot of respect for him.
I do too.
He's a good guy, good football player.
Team's still fraudulent, but he's been a
And the
great
fan
quarterback.
base again.
Yeah, fan base.
Yeah. I don't like the fan base, but
I don't at all.
I like Kirk. I like Kirk as a player.
Yep.
And then on the defensive end, Michael Parsons, no doubt, he's a generational talent. Nick Bosa, I think he's the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year as of now.
Nick Bosa,
It's going to be between him and Parsons.
Yes.
And Myles Garrett
I like Myles Garrett.
loves to throw helmets,
Yes, he does.
Yeah, hands and helmets. It's
Hands
like,
and
A
helmets.
little bit, yep.
but he's always getting past whoever's trying to block him.
he's got to open a pro shop.
Causes havoc for the opposing quarterback. And then honorable mentions, I do have Sauce and Woolen.
Yes.
Both great
Yeah.
corners. Right now, they're going to be great in the future as well.
Two Exactly.
rookie corners that
I agree
bright
with that.
futures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, well, that
Wraps
wraps it up. So thank you for everyone who listened. Thank you, boys, for
Thank
coming
you,
on. This
seriously.
is-
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
it.
us.
Yeah,
Seriously,
thanks for having us.
It's an
of
honor.
course. Yeah, remember if you have questions to submit them to the Instagram, the YouTube channel, or email them in
At Off the Bench Podcast.
at Off the Bench Podcast.
Off the Bench Podcast.
I love having two guests. It brings a lot more.
Yeah, for real, we gotta do more of this.
Yeah, I do. I like it a lot. Thank you, boys, for coming on.
course.
Hey, real quick,
Thanks for having me.
Sis, losing in fantasy, but I'm proud of you for coming in second.
No, same
Wow.
same with you. Yeah, you're definitely gonna lose this year, but I'm proud of you, bro.
we'll see. Yep.
Getting into the Super Bowl. Yeah.
All right. We'll see what happens between you two, but congrats again for making
Thank you.
the championship.
Appreciate it.
That's huge.
It's really
We do gotta get that.
Really?
We gotta get the trophy
Yes,
still.
we do. Yes, we do.
we do have to get the trophy.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
We're working on it.
It's
All
in
right.
production.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone again who listened.
Yes,
and
thank
hope
you.
you all have a great week and a great rest of your Christmas/holiday.
Happy
break.
New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.